The following is meant for educational purposes only, and we advise all viewers to seek legal counsel before entering any type of contractual agreement or legal arrangement. I'm Zach Threadgill, and welcome to the S.S.O show, where we teach you how to seriously stand out. Last episode was an introduction to intellectual property. Intellectual property is something that you create that you cannot touch. This week, we are going to be discussing the ways that you protect intellectual property and what exactly your rights are surrounding that, also known as copyrights. So what exactly is a copyright? Well, in short, copyrights are the permission to copy something, the right to copy. Copyright. Copyrights are how you make money in the music industry, guys. Anytime that you're selling your music, you're licensing your music, whether you're a beat maker or an artist, what you're actually doing is licensing the right to use that music from the copyrights. To help us understand a little bit more about this subject, we decided to bring in an expert, attorney Blake Iverson.
Do you mind introducing who you are, what your credentials are, how long you've been practicing law, everything like that?
Sure. I'm Blake Iverson. I'm an attorney with the law firm Iverson Felsheim. I've been practicing entertainment law in Minnesota for 14 years.
When you copyright a song, you're actually copyrighting two different things. You are copyrighting the composition as well as the sound recording. Let's dig in a little bit deeper to what that means. Blake, what is the difference between a musical composition and the sound recording?
So the copyright in a song, the original copyright in a song is usually the composition, right? It is the sheet music, the track that you build, right? And then usually the sound recording is a derivative work of the composition. Now in practice, it doesn't always work that way because not everybody sits, we're not all Mozart. We don't write on, ledger paper. You might compose in real time, and the first thing you make, the only thing you make is the sound recording. So a copyright is fixed as soon as the work is fixed in a tangible medium. And we generally view it that the composition is the original copyright and the sound recording is a derivative work of it. It is the expression of what is on the sheet music, let's say. So that's how those copyrights differ.
Okay, so I'm trying to make sure we kind of get a clear understanding. Could it work like this? Would you say then, like, say a beat maker makes a beat and he's got like the chord progression and all the drums and all of those things, and then he releases the final mastered beat and he releases that would be the sound recording, correct?
Yep.
And then the actual structure of everything, the melody, the chord progression, the drums, that right there in itself is what we're talking about when we're talking about the separate composition, the underlying.
Yep, the underlying work, exactly. Yep.
So once we have the composition and the sound recording copyrighted and they're protected, we want to make money. So the question is, how do we do that? We do that by granting licenses. So there's usually 6 rights that are exploited to make money. Today we're going to cover 4 of them. The main 4 are the mechanical right, the performance right, the synchronization right, and the derivative right. The mechanical right is the right to reproduce the work. This used to mean CDs and cassettes. That's why it was mechanical. Today, that is downloads and streams. The performance right is, as it sounds, the right to perform in public. The synchronization right is the right to sync your song to a visual medium. This can be very, very lucrative for both producers and songwriters today. Finally, we have the derivative right. The right to create derivative works is a very important right because this is what we are granting to artists when a producer gives out that right. Let's ask Blake to help describe that a little bit. Blake, what is a derivative work?
Sure. So a derivative work is a new work that is created utilizing an existing copyright, right? So if you make a beat, you are the owner of that if you make a track, you're the owner of that, right? You create it, you fix it in a tangible medium, it's an original work, fixed and tangible medium. Those are the two criteria for copyright. So you then, you've got your composition, you've got your sound recording of that track. Now, as a beat maker, if you want to license that track to a rapper, for instance, then that person is going to create, that when they add their vocals to it, they're creating a derivative work because it is derivative of your original copyrighted works. In this case, two of them, right? The composition, the original composition, and the original sound recording. They're making a new sound recording using elements of yours. So that's why it requires a license from you as the person who created the beat in order to grant them the license to create that. So any beat maker who is, selling their things to a performer, selling their beats to a performer, is inviting someone to make a derivative work.
So the final question that we had for Blake was, we were hoping to kind of get an idea of how to protect ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
How can somebody protect themselves? What's the easiest way? You make a song, what do you do?
The copyright website is copyright.gov, and there are video tutorials on copyright.gov for you to submit a copyright application.
Okay.
When you get a common law copyright as soon as you fix something in a tangible medium. But if you ever need to sue somebody for infringing your copyright, you have to have had a registered copyright before they infringed upon it in order to go after them for attorney's fees and statutory damages, which are often more than actual damages. So it is, you don't necessarily need a lawyer to do it. I say this to clients all the time. Check out copyright.gov. See if you think you can handle it. If you can handle it, you should do your own copyright. If you can't, contact an attorney.
Okay, everyone. So that's going to wrap it up for today's show. I want to appreciate you all for sticking it out with me. I hope that this could bring some sort of value to you in your day, in your career. Next episode, we will be going over sampling and a little bit more of the derivative rights. For now, guys, I invite everybody to just keep working hard, post new beats, and remember, S.S.O. Seriously, stand out, guys.